Gentlemen, you're all a bunch of horny dogs because there's been a number of you who have asked me to look at the kinkiest things that people have ever done. So you've sent me a compilation. I'm going to be reacting to it. I've been trying to get away from this type of stuff because it just makes me look like a complete pervert, but you all just keep dragging me back in, asking me to react to this stuff. So I'm going to be doing it, but before we get into that, I'm going to need you guys to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, plus the notification bell to keep track of all of my videos coming out in the future. And with all that shit being said and done and out the way, let's look at the kinkiest things people have ever done.
What's the kinkiest thing you've done?
Ooh. Oh my.
Okay, I need a minute.
Sex in public?
Public
Sex? A good amount of public sex, especially when I was a teenager. Movie.
You see, I would say that's probably one of the most popular ones. But it's where they've done it. It's where they've done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I wonder.
Theaters, I would do stuff.
You know, sex in a car.
In a dressing room.
On the back of a bus.
On a plane.
A public restroom.
17th green on a golf course.
Ah. Midday.
17 green on a golf course. Well, looks like the guy got a fucking hole in one that day. Like, at what point does golf get that invigorating that you just think, let's fuck? Like, in the middle of the golf course as well. I appreciate the risky business of it all, but that's a bit fucking far. It's not that blood rushing of a sport. It's golf. It's meant to be quite fucking relaxing. What, you couldn't wait till you get home? You was on the 17th hole. If you're playing an 18-hole round of golf, you literally nearly finished. You just couldn't hold it in till you got home. You pair of kinky bastards.
Midday. In the heat of the moment. There's a lot of heat, too.
I bet.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Giving my ex head on Death Valley.
Giving your ex head on Death Valley. Holy shit. Now, for those of you who aren't quite sure what Death Valley is a desert in the middle of California. That shit gets real fucking hot and dry. I can't imagine it being the comfiest fucking blowjob the guy's ever received. Guy's gonna have fucking dry mouth. It's gonna be like rubbing sandpaper up and down your fucking shaft. The guy must have had friction burn on his fucking bell end by the time that blowjob was fucking done. Could you fucking imagine?
Busy in the sauna room. It was steaming. It was spicy.
Could you breathe in there?
We had to let the door open, and that was even scarier. But it
In a
added
sauna.
to,
Did it in a
just added
sauna.
to it.
I mean, I'm a big voyeur. I like knowing that someone might know what's going on.
I have had sex outdoors. Like at a beach.
I had sex on a beach once. I feel like that might be the furthest I've gone.
What's the kinkiest thing you've done in a bedroom?
I've had my fist in other people, and I've had fists in me, if that counts.
So, you've basically worked other people like a hand puppet and also yourself. Like, the sheer effort to get a fist in there. Fists are not small things, people. You'd have to lube that shit right up and really force it in. Let's say, for example, this. Let's say, for example, this is a hole, right? That's somebody's hole. This is the size reference we're dealing with here. This is what we're looking at. That shit ain't easy.
Current partner, we went to a sex club in Las Vegas.
Partner swap.
Standing 69.
I've been like fucked in the face, like in the way they do in porn.
I once face fucked a girl upside down. Because the bed was really tall and I'm not super tall, I had to like stand on my tippy toes, and I was shaking so hard. Not because I was scared, but because my calves couldn't take the pressure. So I'm like...
Are there any kinks that someone has wanted you to participate in that you were like, absolutely not?
Someone really wanted me to choke them super hard, and I was like, I don't know, like that seems quite predatory.
You see, that's always been something that scares me. I've met a few women in my time, let's be honest, and they've been quite into being choked. Now I'm like, how far do you go with this? Like, do you just want me to grip just around the neck? Or do you want me to press on it? Do you want me to really stop you from fucking breathing? I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that will just be like, look, choke me till I'm fucking unconscious. But that's just, to get someone to do that is a little bit risky, innit? Like, you're literally just a matter of seconds away from killing someone in the heat of the moment, and then you have to explain that shit to the police when they turn up. Like, could you imagine taking someone to A&E? Like, she's unconscious. How's she unconscious? Well, we got a little bit frisky in the bedroom. She wanted me to choke her, and I took a little bit too far. It's not going to go down well.
Blacked out one time when someone choked me.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a mistake.
Oh.
I remember this one guy wanted me to shit on him. And I was like, oh, you're adorable. Get out.
You kicked him out after that?
Oh, yeah. The fuck? That's nasty. Who the fuck I look like? One drag queen, one cup? I think the fuck not.
Someone asked another guy to shit on them. Like, I'm just not wired that way, you know what I mean? I don't find shit kinky. I find it fucking disgusting. But then again, I'm sure there's other fetishes that other people have that, you know, I'll find disgusting, you'll find disgusting, but they love that shit. So I'm not saying it's okay. I've never tried it. I would be opposed to trying it. I'm just not into it. Like, I've never walked into a public toilet and there's been like a shit laying there and I've gone, yeah. Like, it just does nothing for me. But that's just me. I'm just not wired that way, like I say.
I don't like poop.
Yeah, me neither.
No poop play.
No, absolutely not.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I guess I have shat on somebody's face.
For money?
How much?
200.
You only charge 200?
For money?
Yeah.
I am missing a fucking trick here. I've been shitting all this time for free. Turns out, people are willing to pay for me to shit on them. Oh man, I'm in the wrong business. I need to be shitting on people. I mean, I'm just flushing away gold here. I could be shitting on people for hard money, and I wouldn't even be ashamed to tell people about it either. Hey, yo, bro, what do you do for a living? Man, I shit on people for money. What? You guys are in the wrong career.
It was fine. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I remember waking up and I look at my hand and there's brown on it. And I'm like, oh my God, he must have put his fingers in my ass. So there's just shit everywhere. We spent like over an hour trying to get the stain out of the carpet because we knew we were leaving the apartment in like a month.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I guess I'm more so vanilla with that, but I've like told a guy to spit in my mouth.
I like being spit on.
I let my ex pee on me in the shower.
I peed in someone's mouth once when we were in the shower.
Is there a name for that?
I think it's like water sports or something.
No, golden shower. It's called golden shower. And again, not something I'm into. But if I was going to do it, I'm just saying if I was going to do it, it would definitely have to be in the shower. There's no other way. Because you can just like wash it away. You just put the shower head on your face. It's not much of an issue, is it? I mean, we've all pissed in the shower before. I've had a piss in the shower. I've been mid-shower and I just think, oh man, I could just do with a tinkle at the minute. I just aim for the drain. Obviously, I'm not a fucking monster. But if there was a girl, you know, there and she was into a bit of piss play, I'd be like, fuck it, hold your mouth open. I need a piss. You might be thirsty. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Golden showers.
That's probably also a thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything if he brought it to you would be like, absolutely not?
Like bringing in another person. That's probably like a definitely hard no for me.
I don't know if this counts as kinky. I guess just like maybe having a three-way or threesome.
I guess had a threesome. Probably having a double penetration. It was great.
Now you see, that's also a very popular one. And I'm not saying anything about my personal life, because my personal sex life will remain personal to me and the other people involved. However, multiple people is kind of hot. Not multiple guys, though.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
One time I had a foursome. It was a lot happening at once.
Four?
It was a good time.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Oh gosh. Oh god.
I didn't come prepared to think about this. I'm gonna skip that one.
I don't know if I want to say on camera. I've got too many friends
Say it.
watching.
My mom might watch this.
Say
My
it.
child is gonna watch this.
Oh, child.
Why would your child be watching watching this video.
I like giving lap dances. I like wearing lingerie.
I had her be on top of me once. That's really the first thing I can think of.
Well, I'll say this. I have looked at videos, but they were free.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Oh, Jesus, I can't say that on camera. There's only like 1 or 2 things I ever wouldn't say here, and that's it. Been
What?
like in underground, like sex and BDSM clubs for over a decade, like that level of kinky.
Is there anything that you're curious to try that you haven't yet?
Probably more like the harnesses or like being hung up or like that kind of thing. I feel like that's fun.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know, getting slapped. Is it light play as far as like spanking, hitting?
I like being in pain and I like being tied up, I guess.
Ropes, tied up.
You see, again, being tied up and S&M, bondage type, that's another famous one, I think. You know, so getting like tied up, you kind of held against your will, anything can kind of happen. Just gotta hope you don't get robbed. But yeah, I think people like being held against their will and just kind of taken advantage of. I guess that's like a kink to people. You know, some people like to stop at the basic hair pulling, a little bit of spanking, stuff like that. And some people like to be tied up. Some people like to be tied up in leather. Some people like to be tied up in sex swings. Freaky 50 Shades of Grey shit.
Tied some dude up like a few years ago. Oh, I tied my husband up the other day, actually. That's probably
Husband?
the biggest one.
The other day?
I've done a rope inversion where you're like tied up and hanging upside down from the ceiling.
I have been tied up once.
Did you like it?
Not really. It wasn't my thing.
Is there anything you haven't done but you want to try?
Maybe more of like role play or something.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Probably some cosplay shit, and then they tied me up on the bed in my outfit.
What was your character?
I was like a anime schoolgirl.
Oh!
This guy I was seeing was like a manager at a bar, and the office was like in the basement with no cameras. And he just like kept me down there for the day, and just like came and we like did stuff like when he had free time. It was fun. I was like chained up in the basement type shit. Yeah.
Oh, like a prisoner.
For sure. Yeah, like prisoner for a day.
Yeah, like stuff that you would be like, absolutely not.
It's the furry fantasy. I can't do it.
What's wrong with furry fantasy?
Nothing's wrong with the furry fantasy. I think I want to have sex with like a person. And not that they're not people, because they're people. They're in there.
Now you see, I've done a video on this before, and that shit is definitely a kink. But the problem is, I think it's a kink, but because they're furries and they're deemed as cute to infants, they're allowed to be around kids. Now, if you're dressing up for a kink, leave the kids alone, bruh. Like, by all means, if you want to do it in the privacy of your own bedroom and, you know, you want to bring a partner in and you say, look, I'm into dressing up as a fucking furry dinosaur or whatever, then fine. But don't be going to no fucking children's birthday parties and dressing up as a furry when you know that it turns you on. Because the last thing you want is to be dressed as a furry and you've got your fucking raging hard-on sticking out. It's going to creep out everyone.
They become the animal.
Like I identify myself as like a furry. Like I guess that's a fetish, furry fetish. For me, it's just like the fun of escapism. Like cartoon animals, it's fun.
I finally made my own character just not too long ago.
What's the character's name?
They go by Lunar. They are a Pegasus Dragon hybrid.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
Weird.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Nothing. There's nothing really.
I'm not sure anything really comes to mind.
I'm very boring. I have not done anything like wild. I've only been in like one kind of relationship, and now my relationship now, and we're still kind of like getting to know like what each other likes.
I'm pretty vanilla.
Vanilla.
Oh, I love vanilla. My face and my personality.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know, buy a strap. Probably anything with toys so far.
You know, I had a ball gag, had some floggers.
I have a dog leash. That's fun. I'm into handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Handcuffed him blindfolded.
Again, the whole handcuffs is like a restraint thing. The ball gag is it's a new one to the video, but it's not unpopular. Like I again, some people want their mouths to be covered up as like a like a hostage kind of situation. Maybe, I don't know, maybe people like the powerless fantasy of it all. But again, most of this shit's not really for me. I don't know. It's a bit too much. You kind of have to be with a partner for a very long time to bring that shit to light. You know what I mean?
Like melting candles and like you know, just slowly going down the back or down the chest, wherever the
Oh,
sensitivity
wax
could be.
stuff.
What's the kinkiest thing you've done?
Probably butt play. Got myself a little tail. I'd probably let someone lick my butt or rimming, I guess.
What's the kinkiest thing you've done in the bedroom?
Probably like peg someone.
I guess some people would think like pegging your partner is pretty kinky.
Okay, we're about to have a grown-up conversation now. Now, I personally don't like it on me. I would never let anyone go near there. That's a one-way street. Shit's gonna come out, nothing's going in, that's just me. However, it is a very mature thing, I think, to eat a bit of booty. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people may deem it as disgusting, and that totally is based on the person. They need to clean it first. You know, clean it a little bit. You know, don't just prepare it better. You know what I mean? If you know it's gonna happen and you're leaving your stank of the day there, some people might be into it. It's a little bit of flavor, a little bit of marination, if you like. Some people might be pissed off at the fact you've had a shower and you're washing the flavor away. But personally, I don't think it's that bad. It's 2025, people. You got to get with the times. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a few of the kinky shit that people get up to in their personal time. And to be honest, a lot of that wasn't even that bad. A lot of it was just like, it was mainly like vanilla stuff. People are into like threesomes and orgies, and some people are into pegging, and some people are into booty play, and S&M, and bondage, and being tied up, and some people like being choked, and some people like being in pain, and some people like wax play. But that's all just normal, casual shit. You know, a lot of that stuff, I wouldn't necessarily try out, but each to their own, innit? But, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to confess any of your kinky business, please leave it in the comments, but I really hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. I've been Rated R. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please take care, and peace.